I think. Let me make sure.
I don't see it yet.
This
This is
hangout
live.
is now live. Did I hit enter?
Yep, there we go.
Bang. Bang.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. We are live. Let me put this shit on Twitter real quick. Did I not? Yeah. Where is my... There we go. Joining us live now on YouTube. There we go. All right. What's up, guys?
Up. How's everyone doing?
What's cracking?
What's a crack-a-lackin'? We have Bart's special guest here tonight, Crypto Dog. It's very nice. Bart, say something.
Crypto Dog just muted my mic, but yeah, I'm letting her trade from now on because I'm getting liquidated left and right, so I think she's gonna do a better
Right.
job.
Go.
Just randomly trading, doing stuff.
Wait, are you getting liquidated a lot?
No, just sometimes.
Well, how many times did you get liquidated in the past week?
Past week, twice.
Ooh, man.
But I closed 2 trades in profit, and then I got liquidated I liquidated all of it in one trade.
So you lost everything?
Not everything. My initial investment, yes, but that's why from now on I'm letting Akira trade. Like she's just gonna press randomly buy or sell, and see what.
Dude, you shouldn't go such high leverage, bro. Like
What do you
3
mean
to 5
high leverage?
X. I don't
25
know.
is
You're getting liquidated.
25 is the basic, right? You cannot go lower on BitMEX.
No, you can't. No, there's no
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
You can't go lower.
That's what I thought.
All right, so welcome, guys. It's been an interesting week. Yeah, to say the least, it's been a very interesting week in the markets and overall. As you guys know, I keep saying there's more fundamental bullish news now than ever. But we'll get to all that. All right, tonight I am throwing a little curveball, okay? Because I asked wifey to grab me a certain beer at the grocery store. She went to Whole Foods and they didn't have that certain beer. And so she grabbed me a big can of Foster's.
Foster's.
Having no idea that I had just drank
Foster's,
that.
Jesus Christ.
It sucks ass.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I didn't go with it. I'm not drinking it. I can't do that to myself again. It's not terrible, but I don't know. It's kind of like I'd go to it if I was already drinking, if I had a buzz on or something already, and I needed something to drink, but not to start it off. So I'm actually drinking. All right, I'm drinking a Moscow Mule. Okay. However, Moscow Mules have ginger beer in them. Okay, and this has alcoholic ginger beer. It's Krabby's. Krabby's alcoholic raspberry ginger beer with Tito's vodka, and it's good shit. So
Krabby sounds like a STD.
Exactly. How could you not drink Krabby's? So I'm a couple mules deep here, and I'm feeling good. I broke the chainsaw out today and chainsawed some logs, so that was good. Also, I don't know what that has to do with anything. But yeah. So Bart, what are you doing, dude? What's up?
Well, I'm also thinking outside of the box tonight, and I'm drinking actually not a beer but cider, and not apple cider but strawberry lime cider, which is alcohol free. And Christoph, if you're watching us, Christopher from last episode, look how cheap I am. From 130 discounted to 117, 13p discount.
You got a discount?
I got a discount, man. I have no idea why. I think like the
That's
label.
10% off.
It's on clearance.
That's 10% off, man. That's 10% off. That's how cheap I am. 10% off, 13p off. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, but dude, that's $1.53 before discount in US prices. So like, that's a $7. That's probably after a $7 6-pack. It's not the cheapest thing in the world. It's pretty cheap, but it's not the cheapest thing. How's it
Yep.
taste? Chug it all right now. Let us know.
I've already drunk it before, but
Yeah, you gonna chug the whole thing?
it's pretty much like lemonade. It's really good.
All
It doesn't
right,
taste like beer at all, and doesn't taste like cider at all. But it's just it's a good taste.
all right. Pass the buck, Bart.
Bishop, what are you drinking?
Canadian, eh?
Blue.
That's good shit.
It's never not.
Are you gonna drink a whole 6-pack tonight?
Oh man. I try. Maybe we'll see. I try not to. I feel so bad in the morning. Like, oh, it's rough.
Yeah.
Gotta have a cup of coffee.
Yes. Pass the buck.
bro.
Bro.
All right, I'll just go.
No, time out, Bishop. You gotta pass it. You gotta pass the ball, bro.
Oh, I gotta pass the ball.
Yeah.
All right, Mags. I'm sorry. Go, man.
All right. So yeah, I'm keeping it local. Drinking Boulevard Casey Pilsner. Right there. Probably at some point, followed by a Boulevard Tank 7. Probably one of my favorite Boulevard beers.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Where do you get that at? On the Boulevard?
Southwest Boulevard.
Boulevard of Broken
8.5%
Dreams.
alcohol. I'm going to try and not drink a 6-pack either because my Mondays, the day after these podcasts, are horrible.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
it.
exactly why I went for alcohol-free one because
Yeah.
All right, guys. The weekly candle just closed.
Ooh.
It didn't finish green. Here, we'll look at it.
What do you mean it didn't finish green?
It didn't finish
Oh,
green.
daily, right.
How do I share my screen? Hang up? I'm kidding. All right, let's look at this. As we do, let's go over the markets real quick. All right, Bitcoin did not close the weekly green. However, I can't really call this a bullish hammer reversal, but we kind of can. It's looking hammery. And the important thing is on the day chart. You know, we're above the 0.5 fib. We got below it, but we closed damn near the 382, which is nice on the weekly of the current move. But if we go to the daily, very important, we closed the day outside of the falling wedge, but more importantly for me, above the 50-day moving average. That's very key, and we were able to do it. So we could have an inside week this week. It could continue on. I think that the break of this falling wedge is short-term bullish. You know, I'm going to buy some pullbacks to maybe the hour 20 EMA and try to catch some nice bounces on leverage. But overall, I mean, here's the thing, though, is that Bitcoin is looking a little short-term bullish, and Ethereum, which is the leader for alts, is at resistance, as I've been sharing. It's been here for, it seems like 2 weeks. At this local resistance, it's like the 382, the previous market cycle, and then it's been going sideways, and we're gonna see what happens here. But ETHUSD on the US dollar chart looks bullish. It had like a bull flag breakout and closed back above the 20 EMA, which is huge. I'm looking for it to continue to go higher. If it's on the ETH BTC chart, it's just a matter of, is ETHUSD going to go up on a higher percentage than ETH BTC? And I probably wouldn't say that only because it's at resistance right now. I mean, we'll see. It's no guarantees either way. But overall, nice little recovery. ETH is kind of the market leader for alts on the USD chart, which to me is really what matters. It's going up, so which is really good. You know, Litecoin's looking good, Neo's looking good. Will be interesting to see if we have a Bloody Monday tomorrow. If we do, I think it'll be the breakouts in Ethereum and Bitcoin, but nothing crazy. Our crypto market cap back to $390 million. As you guys know, all-time highs right around 850 million. So we still got some work to do, but I'm loving it because, you know, consensus was less than a week ago, and There was a lot of great news that came out of there, and everybody's just crazy hyper bullish on the future of this industry fundamentally. But the chart isn't quite there yet. So I'm not ready to call bottom. I mean, I'm still personally on Bitcoin, holding out hope for a move to like 7,800. Only because I want to pick it up there. But you know, it gets, as it has broken out of this falling wedge, it would have to climb through, climb down the falling wedge resistance turn support, I guess, at that point, down to the 618 and then bounce. So I'm not going to hold my breath. It would be nice, but you know, I'm not sure I want to see my portfolio draw down that much either way. And then we're still on this long consolidation pattern. I mean, if you guys look at it, we could, let me delete this fibs here. We could, again, come up here, fall back down, establish a higher low again, and just do this for a while. You know, you would hope that you wouldn't fall off a cliff, and I don't think we're going to. There's just too much bullish shit going on. But yeah, it's a series of day in, day outs right now, and I think we're going to be fine. I think everything's okay. So that's what I got. What do you guys think?
Market cap's 332 right now. I mean, there's a lot of news, and it has been
390.
390. Where are you looking?
Coin market cap.
Yeah. Coin market cap at the bottom. 333. All currencies.
390, bro.
Dang.
It says 3. You need to update your page.
Try it out. Delete that.
Anyways.
Yeah, 391.
Ooh, we went up a billion. We went up a billion. So, yeah.
I wish.
Man.
Some of the news this week, Zcash was announced on Gemini, and it went freaking crazy. I guess I'll share, if you were to want to get into this one, I guess I'll share my my non-financial advice chart here. BTC, yeah, I would do USDT. Probably try to pull it back to the 1-day 20 EMA. I mean, it looks, if we look at the cloud, we're firmly inside of the cloud. 1-day 20 EMA is kind of lining up with the flattened Tenkan. And maybe throw some bids there, the flattened Kijun at the bottom of the daily cloud. So if shit gets crazy and Bitcoin does go down to 7,800, you could throw some bids around 280 to 285. Otherwise, I think you're looking somewhere around 310 to maybe 320 to try to get in on Zcash. And then on the Bitcoin scale, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing. Now the Tenkan and the Kijun are together there, which is really nice with the 20 EMA. So if it does fall, there'll be a nice point of confluence, looking probably somewhere around 0.037, 0.0375. But it's still got this kind of downtrend support line here from this point to this point all the way down that is being denied at. And with the edge of the daily cloud, just buy a pullback and we might get a bull flag, something like that. And it should be good to go. Now Zcash is commonly known as the coin that never pumps, but it's pumping. So maybe it can lead the way for the rest of the crypto universe. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. It's nice to see coins get added to Gemini, like Litecoin got added to. Gemini hasn't added a bunch of coins that they probably should have for a long time. And so it's just another way for people to have fiat on ramps. And then, you know, Circle announced that they're going to have basically a Tether token, and they raised over $100 million for that to launch. So yeah, there's just a bunch of bullish news right now. So there you go.
I mean, this week has been pretty slow when it comes to news, at least as far as I'm concerned. Like, I haven't seen lots of big announcements, even though like we had a consensus. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that would call my attention, you know, like very, very specifically. Maybe I've missed some news, but to me, this week felt really, really slow. Like one of the slowest weeks I've seen in crypto in the past few months, to be honest.
Yeah, it was crazy sideways at least the last few days, but there was a lot of good news, man. Like Icon is going to partner with Line, and they're the top messaging app in like Japan and Singapore and stuff like that, and they had 200 million users. And
that was this week.
Yeah, and
okay.
Did you guys see about the floating island?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, how about that? I'm looking at it right now. I saw it, and as soon as you started talking about future and stuff, I looked it up. Man-made floating Pacific islands will accept cryptocurrency. The crypto utopia. Man,
this is like movie shit.
What?
This is like movie shit.
No, this is not. It's a concept that they're doing.
Yeah, how are you gonna get an island afloat? Like, what are you gonna?
All right.
No, there's already one out there that scientists use to get around certain guidelines in other countries that, to conduct certain kinds of clinical research.
Yep, trying to get outside the government. Here, YouTube chat. I'll copy paste what I'm looking at right now. Boop. Oh, it won't let me do a web address. YouTube says no. Huh.
Bitcoinia. Yes. That's what Lotso Turnbull said in Nevada.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Let me see.
Is that like the bunny ranch for Bitcoin?
Bitcoinia. People have the most original names for this fucking shit. Like if you have something called Bitcoinia, you know it's gonna fail like within months.
I don't know, man. You never know.
Bitcoinia? I don't know, man. I don't know.
If it's, I don't want to go to Bitcoin. I want to go to Shitcoinia.
That's right.
Exactly.
Or the land that Roger Ver is trying to create.
Yeah, probably not there. It's gonna blow up.
I mean, I'm not down for this or anything. I'm not condoning it by any, stretch of the imagination. But with all the dirty money and stuff that's in crypto and stuff, I'm surprised somebody hasn't taken a crack at Roger Ver yet for like being a cuck. Basically, I don't know what's the best way to say it, but.
that was a perfect way of saying it. Yeah,
he's an outright con. That's what he is.
I don't know if he's a con. I just think he's deranged. I think
manipulative.
He's definitely
scammy.
Did he go to Consensus, by the way?
I don't know.
No, fuck no.
No, I don't think he was invited. No,
Vitalik didn't go either. Vitalik said that it was.
I know. Yeah, he was like complaining about Consensus. I can't remember what it was, but he said that he's like basically boycotting it. Not sure why. Was it something to do with the actually Bitcoin Cash? I think.
I don't know. Bitcoin Cash is announcing some serious forks, and or not forks, but like code upgrades for smart contracts and everything, though. Like, and then Jihan Wu, the leader of Bitmain, said yesterday. I think it was yesterday that. Basically, miners are only mining Bitcoin right now because it's profitable, but they're going to basically switch over to Bitcoin Cash soon. And people got scared. But that's what they do. Like the only way that Bitcoin Cash can, because it was Jihan Wu and Roger Ver, Greg Wright, some weird looking muscular dude, and all them that planned out Bitcoin Cash. And like it's the only thing they can do is like scare tactics and FUD to promote their coin. It's not like anything that's like new or like exciting or anything like that. It's just a bunch of bullshit, basically, like to scare the market. And then, have you guys seen that on CNBC? I think it's a program director is married to one of the developers or project leads for Bitcoin Cash, and that's why they always feature it on there too.
Mm-hmm. It's basically like the tactics of it's a quote misattributed actually to Goebbels, but it's a true statement. Like if you repeat the lie enough times, people will start to believe it. That it's true. Right. So like if they're consistently saying the same thing over and over and over, and they don't show any kind of doubts, they don't be like, well, we know we are not exactly Bitcoin, but we are almost like Bitcoin. No, they're just going straight, like completely. The boldest the lie, the easiest it is to fool people, because if a lie is like half-assed,
a wise man,
you will be doubting. If you're like going all in, some people will buy it and be like, well, it's impossible that they're lying because they are so big and they're like fourth coin, right? In on CoinMarketCap right now.
Yeah, number 4.
Exactly. So if they keep repeating it, lots of people will believe it because it must be true. If they keep saying it, it must be true. They have Bitcoin.com, like all this stuff. So that's basically their tactic. I don't think they actually believe in the project, long term. They're just trying to make as much money as possible, as quick as possible, and eventually they're gonna. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna exit or not, but that's how I see it.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
It's like David Goldstein calling himself a crypto expert over and over.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, that's the biggest news of the week. That's the biggest. News of the week. Don't.
All right, so guys, check this out. All right, I'll open this up for you. 1 second. We'll do this live on camera.
Are we gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. Here we go. I have access to this document since February 24th. All right, I might as well open it up and get it going here. All right. So if you guys don't know, let me look him up on Twitter. Let me share my screen. David Goldstein.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's look him up on Twitter.
Hey there.
This fucking loser right here.
Let's make it brief.
Here he is. 144K followers. That's hilarious. All right, so this guy right here is a used car salesman. Nothing wrong with used car salesmen. Some people don't like them. You need a job. If you're good at selling stuff, sure. But check this out. His first tweet about Bitcoin was December 4th, 2017. I have 39 pages of this shit. Ready? Because he pissed me off, and I got it. So total David Goldstein. Check this out. This blue line here, found this on Twitter. This blue line is his total followers from basically 0 to 60K overnight. Okay, and I'm leading to something here. All right, here is his profile at Bay Ridge Volvo as a business manager. Pretty bad review there, but if you're in sales, you get bad reviews. And then here's what he does. Basically, he says SBLT, SBST, strong buy, long term, 1 to 3 years, and he's just like hodl, just hodl, because he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know that like you should sell here, like when you're having a blow off top. Like it's pretty bad. He calls himself Conor McGregor, the crypto mamba and shit. Here he is looking at an order book to tell you that Litecoin looks like it's about to make that mixtape with LL Cool J, and then a snake. No idea what he's talking about. On a 30-minute chart, that's hilarious. Looking at the order book depth there, it's like Litecoin's about to fucking go crazy. Oh, this was great. So this is what pissed me off. He said XRP at 90 cents, please. It was like $1.50 or something like that. I said it's going lower than 90 cents. I said 73 cents is this bounce spot, my friends. And one of his friends said won't go lower, whatever. And I said, and then it bounced at like 68 cents, but closed at 73. And I said, I claim victory, boys. And he was like, yeah, you were off, you didn't, or whatever. But look at this, okay? January 28th, XRP is a no-brainer. All right. Okay, it was what, $1.36 at that time, and then when I saved the screenshot, it was 76 cents again. So anybody who listened to him basically lost 50% of their money. And then he's just like a huge XVG shill. And basically, I could go through this with you guys. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on this podcast, but I basically have like 20 to 30 pages of him saying, buy this right now, and then charts of it being like cut in half on the price. And so basically his followers have lost a shit ton of money. He told them it was like their last chance to get, Bart, what was that price? He told him it was last chance to get Ripple at? It's like 280 or something like that?
No.
It was
yeah, I have that on here. I can find it.
He didn't say it is the cheapest you're going to get it, but he said it's one of the...
he says one of your last chances to get Ripple right here.
Yeah, you won't be able to get it much cheaper at this point. But I mean, there was so much stuff like he did one of the things is he deletes lots of those tweets that are like, obviously completely wrong. He just goes, in his history and like he deletes those tweets. I remember you
want to see this? I'm sorry. This is the best part. TRX would need to pass 847 to get to 852. This was when he tweeted it, and then look at the price afterwards. Like,
and where's that even,
man?
And then like he gives these ratings behind a paywall on Patreon. Like on Twitter, he'll tell you some of his ratings and stuff, but he'll do like I don't know if it's an in-depth write-up or whatever, but he'll do it on Patreon. And then, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's only been in crypto since December, right? Because he buys his followers, and he's really good at marketing, and that's fine. But let's find this. Buy more TRX. Easy fuck you money here. This is where he posted it at 807 sats, and then it was at 650 when I updated it. Easy fuck you money here. Like at no point there would he have made any money, because he just buys and hodls, and nobody even knows if he's actually buying this shit too. Like, here's one of his followers. Here's one of his followers. I believe one of his calls, and I'm paying dearly for it right now. Also, partly my fault for not taking the gains when they were there, although it wasn't much. He was one of the first I came across, and it's easy to get sucked in. I didn't pay to be a part of his group or anything. I just assumed he knew what he was doing. Seeing so many people credit him for their gains is where I was fooled. I caught him too. XRP, XVG, I got caught by him too. Verge, Ripple, Tron were going to make me rich. I had no idea he was clueless. And he's like, let's see.
But you've got to give him credit for, like he's one of the main source of your of the members of your group. Like
no, he's not. I've gotten a lot of them from calling him out, but it's not been like the main source.
No, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but like there's so many people who've been burned by him, on Twitter, and they just saw like the link, to your group, and they came to you, looking for basically advice how to get out of the shit that he got them in.
And he's moved himself.
Lots of people.
He's moved himself atop, Twitter algorithms for people getting into crypto and starting to check Twitter for crypto and things like that. So they fall in line with some of the stuff he's saying, and some of them don't speak up until you see someone in the thread speak up, and then people start coming in and saying, I lost money on this call for him, or I lost this and blah blah blah. I used to listen to him. He blocks a lot of them out though, and he censors a lot of that.
Yeah. And
then his paid followers will come in large numbers in defense of him, and he just sits back and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and like people will ask him for a chart on something, he'll say, "Yeah, when I get home," and then he'll never do it. He DM'd me like, and I was like, "Dude, come on my podcast, or just do an interview with me for YouTube, and like let's talk about like your fundamental analysis and what it is that you do, and like you can redeem yourself in my eyes, basically, and I'll be." We'll just interview each other and we'll get on the same page and everything will be good. But like, and he was like, just wouldn't answer it. Like, no, like he wouldn't do it because he knows that his fundamental analysis is bullshit, that he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So here's what we're getting to, right? This guy doesn't know anything that he's doing. He's buying a bunch of followers. He's making money off them. It's been categorically destructive to his followers, categorically destructive financially for his followers. And now Linda Coin and OCN Odyssey has added him as an advisor to their project, which is here's where we are in crypto, guys. This is where we're at in crypto. This is how early we are. Dumb shit like this is going on.
That's it's one of the two options in my opinion. It's either they have no idea who he is. They just saw he has lots of followers, and he's promoting himself, marketing himself as an expert, and they just bought it because they didn't do due diligence and they didn't do enough research to find out who he is. Although I doubt that it's the case, but maybe it is, which shows which is a it shows how bit of a team they have and who they're hiring, like their hiring practices. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't show anything good about the project if they're hiring someone like this without checking him properly, or they know exactly who he is and they still hire him because they just value the fact that he's has followers and he's gonna be able to literally shield the coin to his followers. And
right. Not a lot. A lot of these coins have 10 to maybe 20 people and on them total. when it comes to them when it starts. So like you make a quick decision. It's like, oh yeah, can we show this up and get it up like 30 or 40% real quick? Of course.
Yeah. Well, and I saw tweets too where Linda Coin, they announced their partnership with him as an advisor, and then someone called them out on David Goldstein, and I saw people tweeting it. And Linda said something along the lines of, "We didn't hire him for his credibility."
Yeah,
they completely. We just wanted a shill, is what they were saying.
Pretty much.
That doesn't bode well for the project there.
No. And Linda Coin it's already been deemed a scam coin, and they're trying to come back from that. And actually, David Goldstein soured on that.
Yeah, he did.
And so he's like, all right, I'm canceling the interview with CEO of Linda. Everything there's too fuzzy. There's something going on. It doesn't smell right. Blah blah blah. Now all of a sudden they're paying him, and he's like, Linda, and he's just hyping up the coin again and shilling. And that's ultimately they gave him the title of advisor. And to be honest, OCN, they did the same thing. They just gave him the title of advisor. It's a nice way of saying, hey, we hired a shill. We don't want for his credibility.
Right.
He has no fundamental understanding of high tech, new technology.
Well, you can't if you've been in crypto since December 4th. And then, again, let me show you this one more time, right? This tells you everything that you need to know about this guy.
He seized an opportunity.
There's his followers. There's his followers in middle of December 2017. There it is. That's the blue line is his followers. From basically 0 to 50K. There you go.
Also, if you go to Social Blade, like the most famous website, for analytics of social media profiles, you can see daily how on some days there's like spike of 2,000, 5,000, 12,000 new followers, and then there's like a dip. Literally, I mean, there are days when there's like normal, like 25 extra new followers. Obviously, this is normal, but you have days when there's like huge budgets, like few thousand new followers, and there are days when he loses like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, because Twitter algorithm, they detected those fake accounts that are like being made by God knows who, and who are selling those fake followers. And once the Twitter detects the batch of those fake accounts, they just delete them. So that's why he loses so many accounts. I mean, so many followers within one day. And then he obviously goes to the website and buys new followers to keep up the the numbers. So yeah, it's pretty obvious that he's.
There were some crypto OGs that called him out too, and someone pointed out his follower account, and someone tried to give a rebuttal, and I forget who it was, but they went down and just broke down his followers, kind of like what you just did, Noah. But they even showed it like recently, and you could see these spikes. And then the person who was trying to defend David Goldstein, by the end of that thread, was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now." He's like, "Damn, people don't realize it. A lot of people don't realize it, and that's where he's creating his credibility. He's not really credible."
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And it's frustrating to see, like, I didn't even go through all the bad calls on here, but it's frustrating to see like somebody that is just good at marketing and, does this Conor McGregor Kobe thing, calls himself Mamba. He's just a used car salesman who bought a bunch of followers. And then like, this is where the state of the crypto market is at, or like
that they hire.
I can't wait till these fucking scam projects die, man, because like people like that have no business in this market doing that. Like, you're not an expert. You should be an advisor. You should be an advisor to fucking some sales team and used cars, down the road. That's what you should be an advisor to. You should be an advisor
to be honest, I'll give him a hand there. He is a marketer. He's good. He comes out hyping things up, talking about it as if he knows it, and he's got people like that immediately buying into him. And I'm sure he's done the same thing with car sales. He knows what he's doing as far as marketing goes. He does not know crypto.
I mean, also like
people are getting wrecked because of it.
He's good at marketing, but he's good at marketing to people who are new to the market and to the crypto world and who are clueless, because he's not lying anyone. He's not cheating anyone. Who's already knows what's going on. But his main audience and target audience are the newbies of crypto. Like I was the same. I found him, like I found obviously McAfee was one of my first OGs that I follow on Twitter, like few other guys, like this 6 billion guys as well, another shill who who was part of this huge SVG scam during the Christmas. when he was like, he tweeted, like sell, and then he claimed it is a Twitter account is hacked, but whatever. And I would like found Gokshin, and I was like, whoa, this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about, because I had no idea. I was in crypto for a week, I think, at this point. So all you have to do is sound confident, sound like what you're talking about, be very that was basically that's the main thing, and this ties to what I was talking about, the Bitcoin Cash. If you sound confident, like you without doubt, and someone who's new in this world finds you, obviously because you are new and you're looking for guidance, you're looking for someone who knows what they're talking about. So obviously you're gonna follow someone who sounds confident, who sounds like they definitely know what they're talking about. And then you get wrecked, and and then you find Noah, and who's trying to get you out of the ditch.
Frustrating shit, man. But it is what it is. So yeah, basically, I think that. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's a ton of them like him. Like you get a Twitter and you hop in at Q3 of 2017, and then totally shit the bed because you really don't have any TA.
Yeah.
And there's people who don't have TA and do fine, like they buy and they hold long term.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Like, do your thing. But the problem with this guy is like, his FA is shit. And his knowledge of market cycles and crypto and how they work is non-existent. So he doesn't tell his people to take profits at 1,800 sats or 2,000 sats or anything like that. And then they hold and they watch all their profits disappear until they're in the hole. And then, these market cycles take forever to turn around in crypto. And not compared to traditional markets, but you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
And then, these people are just left holding bags and they get all emotional and they're not emotionally equipped. They never thought about this. Like they have some guy with 144,000 followers telling them, oh, this is going to the moon. This is going to the moon. This coin, buy this coin. Like, we're going to be so fucking rich in 3 years and this and that. And it's like, dude, Tron might not be around in 3 years. Like,
yeah.
Like you don't understand that.
There's a lot of coins that aren't going to be around in 3 or 4 years, like 3 to 5 at that.
There's a lot of followers who fall in the hole, and what you were just saying right there, Noah, is they get caught off guard. They do get emotional. Then they come back and they start asking him for questions, and he's like, he insults them with fuck you, weak hands. Need to get the weak hands out. You put them in a position where they listen. That's what's frustrating for me, and to be honest. Now with Linda and OCN hiring him, it does put a huge cautionary red flag in my mind. Why would I want to be a part of something that's being shilled by a guy that does this to people? It's frustrating to watch. I know I see these coins and OCN, between OCN and Linda, I don't really care about Linda, but OCN,
she's a whore. She always has been, man.
That was the one that everyone has deemed a scam coin from the beginning.
Right.
I remember even him souring on Twitter and saying like, I can't remember, but he basically shit on it, and then now he's an advisor for their team.
He canceled an interview with the president or CEO of their project, and he's like, "Fuck them." He's like, "Something smells there. Something smells like a rat." Blah blah blah. Now he's their advisor because they're paying him.
It must have been him.
And then When now you think about it with OCN, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. OCN might have some potential, but now I'm kind of like, I'll let the plebs kind of
do their thing.
Now. Yeah, and then I'll see how the coin ends up and decide how I want to play it later on.
Yeah, I mean, OCN is dead to me. There's absolutely no fucking chance I will ever put 1 penny into that coin ever again. Not even for to try to make money. I mean, I'll trade a shitcoin all day long. I'll trade Verge. I'll trade Tron. I have no pride when it comes to that. But I'm not trading a coin that is obviously a scam because of the advisors that they're adding to the project. Or even if it's not a scam, it tells me that there's a high likelihood that it is.
Right.
And so,
not a scam or not a good judgment either. You don't want in something you're investing in.
I enter a swing trade on that, and some news comes out that potentially that coin was a scam, and there's not enough liquidity at my stop order because it's only on really KuCoin right now. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna enter that coin. It's not worth it.
Right. His new defense is that people are buying him followers to make him look bad.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's hilarious.
Is that what he's saying?
That's what Lotso's in the chat saying that on YouTube. That's pretty funny.
Jesus, what a douchebag. So yeah. Anyways, let's change to something more positive.
Stay away from Oceana and Linda, basically.
What do you guys got? What's up?
Bishop.
No. we're waiting.
You know what? It was funny. Like there was a moment of silence. I was like, I bet someone's gonna say something. That's pretty funny. So let's talk about how the average American spends too much money.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna make a thang, and I'll be right back.
Make a thang. All right. So we were talking, and we wanted to talk a little bit about like personal finance and stuff like that each episode too. So I guess you guys can chime in and talk with me about this, but obviously anything you invest in crypto, you want to be as smart as you can, but you have to be detached from it. Holy cow. What's he making?
No.
Like, oh, goodness gracious. But anyways, the average American spends, I think, 8 to 10% more than they make per year. This is like, not a median, the average. And they also have $16,000 in credit card debt. And that revolves, between 12 and 24%, 26% and up if you really suck. But point being is you need to be investing, but also managing debt in your personal life too. Like you want to be able to do something with these crypto gains and not just pocket them and blow them or do something else with them. You should be converting that value over and basically doing more compound interest to help you grow your stash and not just in crypto specific. And you're back on. Noah, what were you making?
A thang.
It was loud.
It shouldn't have been unloud, bro. I was across the room.
By the way, I have like, how do they like you mentioned? Average American have 16,000, right?
Yep.
Debt, and they spend 8 to 10% more than they make.
Yep.
And it's all because of like a credit cards, right? They have lots.
There's a psychology thing of that because it's not like cash. Cards never run out. So if you had, think about back 50 years ago, if you had cash and you got it out from the bank, you would spend it, but you most of the time wouldn't be spending over what you're making, right? So not really credit cards, but I guess, more credit and debit cards, but mostly credit cards let you swipe something that like doesn't go away and you can keep adding to the balance. So the human psyche, instead of losing the money, keeps swiping the card.
But how is it possible? Like I have a credit card with a credit on it since I was like when was it? It was my second year, I think. I was like short on cash and I had to like take credit and I have repaid this credit, right? But because I have already credit on my credit card, I don't think any other like bank would give me credit card with another credit. So how do people get more credit cards and they are still getting more credits?
Well, so credit cards are a business, man. Like they go for people who have low credit IQs and low credit scores, and that's why they have those high interest rates. Like credit cards are great tools if you use them correctly and you pay them off every month and treat them like cash. Because then, if you have something with like a $0 annual fee per year, you're basically getting 1 to 5% off everything you're doing in cash back or like some type of kickback points. But they make their money on the people that hold a balance on there and pay that, like, I don't see them, or I haven't seen credit card percentages lower than like double digits, 10 to 12% starting range. And depending on your credit, it's up to like 24 APY. But I don't know. No, you got a black card, right?
A black card?
Yep.
No, I don't believe in debt, man. I pay cash.
That's right. That's another way to do it.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm cool on all that shit.
At the same time, leveraging credit cards and the rewards points on
them. I'm right. No, fuck that. I don't think it's that bad. Fuck that. Nope, I'm okay. I'll just pay cash and save up for things that I want to buy. And
are you gonna walk in and buy a car cash?
No, I'll probably go on Craigslist and buy one for like $7,000 because cars are shitty ass investments.
Yes, they are.
I drive. It's now a 12-year-old car. With 130,000 miles on it that I've had for 7 years, and it's obviously paid off. And my wife drives a 2010 with 190,000 miles on it, And if one breaks down, we just get it fixed. And then if one dies, we'll sell it for whatever, and then go buy one for $6,000-$7,000. Like, I'm sorry, like we could buy a nice car, but we're not. It's a shitty investment. Like, I'm sorry. So I mean, I work from home. What do I need a fucking nice car for?
Yep. That's another part of it too. You know, they're stacking all these things like the keeping up with the Joneses. A lot of people in the normal world, not everybody trades, right? They have a job, and if you get promotions and stuff, you grow your expenses and your luxuries while not pocketing that and putting it into crypto or stocks or real estate and stuff like that.
Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses shit, I think, is dangerous. Like, letting your ego get the best of you just to try to impress people you really don't give a shit about. It's like the Facebook. What's that?
Or to feel like you need it because someone else has it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that too. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, I'm a grown adult. I'm married. Who am I trying to impress? It's like the real life Facebook thing. Like, when you get on Facebook, everybody's life is perfect on Facebook. Like, nobody has problems on Facebook. Everybody has a perfect marriage, and their kids aren't shitheads or whatever. And then, or their family is great. When in reality, their life's a fucking train wreck. You know,
I mean, it's all connected. Like, it always used to be like that, right? Like in the past, like people like to show off in front of their neighbors, their family, because you don't go to Christmas family gathering and you show up your new car. Like, oh yeah, I got a promotion, I bought a new car. But with the social media now, it got basically it's multiplied. The whole effect of trying to show off is multiplied, because it's not only your family and your neighbors and your closest friends that are watching you, which you not necessarily, if you have normal friends and, let's say, decent family, they don't always like judge you on stuff that you have. But now you have social media, so you have lots of random, almost strangers, like people that you met once, twice in your life, and they're watching you and you're watching them, and like, holy shit, this guy is a total shithead, but he's like, he has this, new car. He's going on holidays to this and this place. Like, I'm gonna show him as well, and that's, it's not even like in conscious.
For buying nice cars to pick up chicks and shit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, man. Like, come on. Like, quit being ridiculous. This consumer society that America has created. I don't know the rest of the world. Probably the same. It's just built around you go to work and get paid your salary, and you're somebody else's slave on your time, and then you take out debt to buy the things that you can't afford, and then make monthly on the things and hope that you come out a little bit positive each month. And then by the time that you retire, they put you on these 401k plans that are, they'll match you a little bit, and they want you to systematically save, because that puts you out in 60 to 65. So during that time, you're somebody else's slave on that dime, and they're buying time basically for you to have 40 years. If you start working when you're 25, retire when you're 65, they're buying that time for you to just participate in the debt system, the consumerist debt system, for 40 fucking years. And as you get a raise, you'll get a nicer car on debt. And as you get a raise, you'll use a better credit card, and you'll get more miles, and they entice you with things like miles. And then you accidentally miss a payment one month, and you get hit with 19% interest prorated for that month, obviously. It's just insane. And people pay their minimum monthly payments and don't pay attention to how much interest they're paying. And then, to even get your ticket into this consumer society that they've built, you got to go through 60K of student loans to get your job after college, to participate in the slavery system where they slave you to debt and they slave you to your employer, so that you never truly think for yourself and have a life. You just feed into the fucking system.
You just go. Yeah, that's where I mean, it drives me nuts. Every day I go to work, and then I get the corporate emails. And I was telling you guys a while back, some of the trainings I was going through about how to be intrinsically motivated for your job.
Oh boy!
And to be the motivator for your coworkers.
Oh, fuck no!
And it's like as if something's wrong with you if you're showing up every day, kind of questioning, is this really what I want to be doing with my life?
Right.
And it makes you feel like you're wrong for saying that. And then I listen to the president of the company. We all have to file down to the bottom floor of the building, go into the cafeteria and listen to him pump us up, talking about, when LeBron goes onto the court, he puts on his jersey, his game jersey. When you show up every day at work in your work attire, that's your jersey.
Are you for real?
I'm like, dude, I want to.
I'm literally concerned if I ever have to go to work, what I would say to that.
I'd say, are you kidding me? Straight to their face.
That's
ridiculous.
It's hard. It was a 2-hour thing that we had to sit through, and it was like a panel of people that the president of the company was like talking through. And I remember him also saying, he's like, someone asked him a question and he goes, and of course they're all scripted. He was like, I went into the elevator and the CEO was right there. And he looks at me and said, what'd you do to make me money today? And he's like, man, I'm just kind of offended that was the CEO. And he goes, but then I got it. He goes, every day, what are you doing for your coworkers to make them money? What are you doing to make your job better so that our company becomes better?
No, that's not what the CEO meant.
That's what, yeah.
That's not what the CEO meant. What do you fucking do?
Yeah.
Like, hey, whore, I'm your pimp. What'd you do for me today?
Yeah. I can't buy it. I can't buy it. And I show up every fucking day at work. And all I do is I have all my crypto screens up.
That's right.
And I'm on all these like telephone calls. And I'm like, someone's like, so John, what do you think about this? I'm like, wait, what? I have to like pull up the screen again. They're like, we're sharing screens. I'm like, oh yeah, can you repeat the question? It just didn't really come through that well. I'm like fucking watching charts and trying to chart things out and seeing what everyone else is saying and reading about crypto. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life right now? But it's paying the bills.
Dude, you got kids, you got shit like that. Like you gotta take care of your responsibilities. That's what a man does, and you're doing it. So
that's right.
I do. I know that, but in the end, I guess my biggest point, and we kind of went from consumerism stuff to corporate and whatever, but it all plays into this.
Yep.
I have an end goal in mind. I know where I want to go.
That's important.
And kind of what you were saying even too about credit cards, everyone kind of swiping it or whatever and not saving, not spending more than what they have.
Yeah.
In my job and with crypto, I do have a budget. I don't try to throw more into crypto than I have. I make sure all my bills are paid and whatever. But I mean, it's just one of those things that made me think. My phone bill went down like $27 or something like that.
Right.
Even those little things, I take that 27 that I was making there, and automatically now my when my paycheck comes out, that's 27 that automatically goes to my savings now. When my car was paid off, that was $170 some a month or 200 something like that. That's 200 extra now. So it's like I always have the same budget at all times, even as I make more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a very, very good
but
approach.
It all adds up, man. Like
it all adds up and it accumulates. And that's like one of the things I always talk about on here. One of my favorite things to do with crypto and in this group with trades we make is I constantly find things I can keep accumulating the same thing of. And especially when we see those waves with Litecoin and Neo, those have been my two best coins that I've accumulated. Just buying bottoms here and there, selling, when they go higher, buying again when it goes bottom, when it bottoms out a little bit, sell again when it's higher and accumulate. And same kind of the same thing with savings. And that way, when things do come up, I can kind of go, do I want to throw an extra 500 in this month? Or do I have like a dishwasher that just fucking almost, destroyed some of my floors and stuff, It's like I can take care of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got another one for you too. Bishop's random finance facts. Here we go. One more. The average person can't cover a $1,000 emergency in cash in the U.S.
I believe that.
Yep. Nice. It's gonna if they can cover it, it's gonna go on a card.
Yeah.
Like.
Wow.
Yeah.
1,000.
3 months living expenses.
Wait. So how can they afford hookers?
I don't know.
Well, that's
cash. For the cheap ones.
With sweet hats like that.
That's where actual savings go.
I love that hat.
You like this hat, man?
Dude, are you kidding me?
I can't remember where I got it from. One of the OGs on Twitter.
Yeah, it's pretty
his merch. And clicked on a link and I looked. I can't remember who it is though. I'm sorry, I would shut the person.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no. I'll just get off tangent for a second. Because you came back from Puerto Rico, right?
Puerto Rico, senor.
Puerto Rico, and you're very bullish on the Ethereum right now. Are you slowly transitioning from Litecoin to Ethereum, or
no?
Because you are very bullish on Litecoin, right? And
yes.
Are you still bullish on Litecoin?
Yes.
Right. So you're just adding Ethereum to your bullish list. Right.
Lightning Network.
Yeah, no, it would take a lot for me to not be crazy bullish on Litecoin as I am. And then Ethereum found out, some stuff in Puerto Rico this past week when I was in Puerto Rico for the Euros or whoever, Puerto Rico. So I was down there and I met with some people and went to some crypto meetups and stuff. And evidently there's a lot of money about to pour into Ethereum. Institutional money, like that's where it's going. So that doesn't mean that's where it's going, but there's a lot of money on the sidelines. So just to let you guys know, I'm burping for some reason, this Moscow Mule. So in Puerto Rico, there's these things called Act 20 and Act 22, okay? So in the United States, if your top tax bracket for crypto trading or just income overall that you earn, if your top tax bracket, it's like damn near 40% tax of like federal, like that's like one of the top tax rates basically that you're paying, or your effective tax, whatever. It's almost 40% tax that you're paying on your money. And then if you move down to Puerto Rico and apply for what's called Act 22, it's a territory of the United States, so you don't need a passport to travel there or live there or anything like that. But you have to fill out this application, pay $5,000 to a Puerto Rican charity, and then one time, and then for each year that you're there, you have to pay $5,000 to a Puerto Rican charity, and then you get 0% capital gains tax. So if you're a trader, and you pay no tax on anything, you pay no tax on any trades that you make, 100% profit. Only money that you pay is the fees when you go to sell, so like GDAX or whatever. And then Act 20 is the corporate tax rate is 4%. Whereas, in America, if you're a sole proprietor, if you have your own LLC, and you reconcile it on your personal tax return, like your business income on your personal tax return, then you'll pay that damn near 40%, 35-40% of taxes. So you move down there, you apply for Act 20. It's a little more in depth. You have to move your LLC down there or your business down there, and it's 4% tax rates. So what I'm getting to with this, huge tax savings, right? Well, who would need that? Whales, big players in the industry, people who got a lot of money to protect, who don't want to write a 6-figure check in tax to the 5 to 6-figure check in tax to the federal government, and rather keep it for themselves while living on an island. So those are the people that are moving down there. So it's something I'm looking at. I was just looking at down there. I was just down there with somebody from our group, and we're looking at moving there to take advantage of these. You plan ahead and you say, hey, I've got all these coins. Well, what happens when they go 3 to 5x or go 10x when this bubble really starts taking off? And you try to plan ahead and something that you're looking at. So all these people that I'm down there talking to at these crypto meetups, they've already moved down there, and there's a reason why. It's because they made so much fucking money. They were early adopters and stuff. Well, these lawyers and accountants and software developers and project leads and shit like that I met down there, they're in the know. There's billionaires moving down there. There's
an ass ton of people down there.
They're basically calling it a mini Silicon Valley, from the 1990s tech boom, the internet bubble. Basically, this is another one of them down here. Malta is going to have another one. Singapore is going to have another one because of the tax and their regulations. So Puerto Rico is absolutely going to have one of them. Well, down there, I learned a lot about where Ethereum's going, and $2,500 or $3,000 would not surprise me, like straight up. I also do expect Ethereum to overtake Bitcoin in market cap. I would predict it. I can't say expect it. I would predict it. I think that it will happen if Ethereum can scale. I'm still bullish on Icon. I'm still bullish on Neo. I'm still bullish on platforms. Many platforms can survive, but just like there's many carriers for cell phone in the world, in the U.S. and stuff, it can be region based. Learned a lot about that. Learned a lot about Neo too. Neo is going to be huge. So it's the ability to network with these people and kind of be in the know for the arc. You know what I'm saying? It's another reason why I'm looking at potentially moving down there as well.
But again, so to tie it back all personal finance wise, you've taken the time to understand the tax law and play it to your advantage.
Yes.
I mean, with the things we're talking about, how many people actually do that? Like, and then maybe even to the point of like being able to assess their own net worth after the fact, you know?
Yeah.
That's another thing. You should know your net worth number, like to the T, to the freaking dollar.
What's yours?
Nope.
I'm kidding. Do you know it?
Of course. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Nice.
I mean, obviously there's fluctuation when it comes to having crypto and stuff like that, but yes.
Do you guys want to play what's Bishop's net worth?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
$5. Yeah. That's it.
14 Litecoin.
You know what? But here's another thing. To that college comment you said, a lot of kids come out with a net worth of 60 to 100. Negative. Owing.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So if I'm a kid who has no assets at all and I'm coming out of freaking school with 100K in debt, what's my net worth?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Nato Turnbull says, do you think EOS is going to dump all their Ethereum first before their mainnet launch, which I believe is in June? Possibly a short-term move down for Ethereum before they move up. Yeah, that's possible. But I think that'd be stupid if they did that, because if you want to push the price up of EOS while hurting Ethereum, you would want to do it over time and suppress the Ethereum chart and make people lose faith in Ethereum, I guess, instead of just dumping all at once and letting the market bounce, because that's exactly what it would do. I don't think that they could possibly be that stupid. I mean, they're sitting on the amount of money that they're sitting on is only the amount of money that each Ethereum is worth times how many they have. So if they dump them all when the mainnet launches and dump all those on the market, then they get whatever amount of money is to clear the order books down at their last order.
Oh, wow.
Whereas if they wait till Ethereum is $1,500, $2,000, whatever, looking at 2.5x to 3x EOS's entire net worth budget, right? So I would have to imagine that they wouldn't be that fucking stupid to blow their load and dump all the EOS right away.
I did see something on Twitter where someone followed that address though, and they showed, they're like, holy shit, whoever is running this account for EOS is literally the worst trader. And they showed how they're like, this person buys the tops and sells the bottoms always. And then suddenly that large order was out there. So they're like, so literally, if they are planning on doing something, you should be watching this, because whoever's running this account is not good at what they're doing at all.
Well, they might be doing it to try to offset
I was gonna say
tax gains.
Maybe
that would make some sense.
I don't know. But I mean, that'd be stupid, because why wouldn't you just, like, why would you lose $3,000 instead of paying $400 on $1,000 of gains? You know, like, I guess that doesn't make sense at all. But
yeah, I don't know. You have to think about it. But it was just funny when they were posting screenshots too. They're like, this person literally buys the tops and sells the lows.
Yeah. This David Jokestein guy said, if you guys don't keep calling me out, you're going to get me wrecked. How am I supposed to eat if I don't hype plebs out of their own food money? That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. So Bart, what's up with you, bro?
Nothing much. After liquidation, I'm staying low, man. I'm staying low, waiting for extra funds to send to BitMEX and get back into the game. I've been playing aggressively the past week, so that's why it didn't go as well as planned. But I'm going back to stick to my plan, to my BitMEX plan. So hopefully it's gonna be better next
your
week.
main strategy? You like high leverage, obviously, because you get liquidated a couple times.
Yeah, I'm playing like short scalps, like on 20 to 25x leverage, and I just got, I think, a bit, I guess, greedy. It wasn't greedy. I think like I just basically forgot about my initial strategy. I used to play those $20-$30 swings, and I've changed it to $50 to $100 swings, and I was in profit few times, but I was waiting for those bigger moves, which on high leverage I said it a few times myself. Waiting for larger moves on the high leverage is basically suicide, because it's it can go the other way, and it will go to the level that you were expecting, but it can first go completely the other way, liquidate you, and then go back down to the level that you were expecting. So I need to go back to either playing low leverage or playing like much shorter scalps. So $20, $30 scalps, and just keep adding, because I think that was the time when it was working best for me. It was high leverage, short scalps, and just keep going, and never I think it was another rule that I had was whenever I double my initial investment, I would take out half of this, the basically the 100% that I made, and withdraw it from the BitMEX. Just take it away, not to be tempted to play with it, because otherwise, that's what I didn't do later on when I made like 300% gains, and I was keep playing with what I made, and then I lost it all. So always best. Whatever you make, take it away. Like, not even don't play with it. Just, that's my advice to myself. I don't know if for some people might have better self-control, but I have to literally withdraw the money from BitMEX. Otherwise, I will put it into trade, because it's always tempting.
So tempting. Yeah, trading has been excuse my language, guys, but trading has been a fucking piece of shit this week. It's been sideways. It's been annoying. Things haven't bounced where they're supposed to bounce. Just historically, for me, it's been a frustrating week of trading. I'll stay profitable and I'll keep doing what I do, and I'm not worried about it. But it's just been sometimes you have these weeks here and there that you're just okay, when is this going to end? We had 2 days just now where you couldn't really even make a trade, because basically the market was just as sideways as it could possibly get. And then now Bitcoin breaks out and you're waiting for a pullback to even get in, and it's just it's fun times. So you'll have times like this, and then you'll have face melters for a few weeks, like we had a couple weeks back, where you make a shit ton of money. You try to ride it out, shit happens. So there you go.
Right.
Just one of those weeks.
I guess that's why I was also playing aggressively on BitMEX, because this week has been so boring. When it comes to trading, basically I wasn't trading at all. I don't think I've opened Binance in the past 5 days, because I just checked the price of, I think, 2 coins that I'm more interested in on TradingView, and that's it. I don't even need to log into Binance, because I have all my orders set in, all my sell orders set in, and I'm just waiting. So there's been nothing to do, so I've just been BitMEXing.
Oh man, you've been BartMEXing.
I've been BartMEXing, yeah.
More like SharpMEXing.
Shorting is the best. You get paid.
Oh my god, dude! There's nothing fucking better than sharding.
What?
Yeah, charting.
While sharding.
Sharding while shorting.
Shorting while
farting. You can
farting.
bring your laptop to the bathroom and get on crypto.
So Bart, what plans do you have this week, man? What's going on? What are you doing?
This week? Well, like I said, I'm gonna find some money. I'm gonna hustle, maybe some eBaying some stuff, and put it back in BitMEX, and now play it more carefully. Now I'm gonna.
Oh Jesus,
man! You have to keep going. You cannot stop. You know the old saying, the winners are the guys who never, when they were losing, never stopped. The losers are the guys who gave up at some point. I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah, but the winners are also the guys that don't get liquidated.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. What is?
Bart sells fake iPhones on eBay for crypto.
It's basically a battle between me and BitMEX. Someone's gonna give up. Either
You got to.
I'm gonna give. Either they're gonna give up, or I'm gonna give up, and I'm not gonna give up. They're gonna give up and be like, you know what? We took so much of this guy's money. Okay, let's
we're making way too much money off this guy. We have to stop.
We have to stop.
Let's make him some money now.
Turn of liquidation. I'm not stopping.
Liquidation.
When Bart was talking about his credit cards, I was hoping he'd say that he got liquidated at the end.
I actually liquidated, but it was at the beginning of my BitMEX thing. I liquidated some of my overdraft. So Bishop is probably proud.
Bart's not stopping until his net worth is literally maxed out. until there is not one more penny he can scrape from this earth without stealing or selling drugs or something like that.
That's it.
And then
Or
he's going
selling
to
his
come
body.
back, rise like a phoenix from the ashes, and just
Exactly.
billionaire.
You'll see one day.
That's right. That's right.
Bart's gonna turn $13 into $2 billion. You watch.
I will. That's my plan. That's my plan.
What's the return on investment there?
Where?
$2 billion.
Oh.
$2 billion divided by 13.
That's 153,000 flip.
No. That's 153,846,150,153 times return on investment. So Bart would have to hit a 153,846,153x.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Once the Bitcoin is gonna hit like 40K, I'm gonna sell all my fucking coins, all my shit coins, everything, put it in BitMEX and short it.
If Bart did one flip per day, it would take him 421,000 years.
Wait, did you divide that by 365?
Yeah.
One flip per day at 1% or 3% or what?
No, from 13. We're talking about how many times you flip that money.
Yeah,
Double
but
what's your return on investment?
What kind of the investment?
Finance guy.
Wait, what?
If he flipped that money, what did he get out of that money? It's compounding. Each trade.
I can hear the calculator.
I'm flipping.
He didn't do that much.
No, I didn't do that much, and I'm over here and I erased it. Now I'm going back.
It's okay, we're drinking, bro. It happens.
Yeah, happens a lot. Speaking of which, let me go grab one.
Oh, dude, we're getting an uptick in viewers. We got 24 people right now. We had 16 to 20.
And you know why? You know why? Because we started talking about BitMEX. BitMEx is taking over the ARC.
To our all-time high.
Johnny, when are you gonna start BitMEXing? Man, my guide is fucking making rounds. People are like giving compliments all the time.
Yeah,
you have to read this shit, and you're gonna become rich, and you can quit your corporate job within a week. You'll see. You'll get liquidated. But,
I do need to start doing it. It's more about budget right now.
You start doing what? I'm sorry.
He wants me to start BitMEXing. I have my account. I have my account ready, but
no.
I have a plan. I have a plan in place.
I have a plan.
No, I've been sticking by it. I know where my budget is going. And this is kind of what we were just talking about. I know where my budget is going. I am not willing to go over that, throw more in that I'm supposed to be doing. If I get liquidated fast, that's money that I could be doing little trades here and there.
Right.
Trying to accumulate BTC right now while I have quite a bit that I've put in over the past, several months that I'm sitting on and I'm way up in, and I'm not willing to kind of mess that up right now. And then when I have some funds later and I'm ready to kind of play with that, then that's a different story. But I got my plan and I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
So what's going to happen first, okay? What's going to happen first? You quit your job or Dragon pumps?
Oh, Jesus.
It's probably going to be simultaneous, right?
Dragon's going down.
When I make this money, so in 4,000 years.
When Dragon
right
pumps, I'm going to leave my job.
That's liquidating me.
Ouch.
Man, what's going on with Dragon? Seriously, anyone has any idea what's?
Honestly,
I quit looking at it. It's like 9,000 sats.
Yeah, but there's this thing like they make. They don't make any huge announcements, but they're moving slowly forward, and the prices keeps. It's not dropping drastically, but it's slowly going down. Obviously, the BTC wasn't.
It's just a product of 9,300 sats almost. It's just a product of KuCoin. There's no volume on that exchange. They need to get on an exchange, man. Like, they need to quit fucking around, and they need to do whatever it takes to get on Binance or whatever. Like, because then it'll. No, they don't. No, they really don't. Like, that's not how you run a business. But they just need to keep moving forward with their roadmap. But for our wallets, they need to get on a fucking exchange and quit dicking off on KuCoin. How's KuCoin the one exchange that you get on?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's fine. Let's go on KuCoin.
I mean, I guess
Right.
KuCoin is exchange that is easiest to get into, except
That's
for
fine,
Ether
but how do you
Delta.
stop there? How do you stop there? How do you launch a project, ICO, tons of money coming into it, everybody fucking loves it, great project, and the only exchange you're on is KuCoin? How, or like Ether Delta, it doesn't count.
There's a lot of new there's a lot of new players, man. Some cryptocurrencies are made by a bunch of people that are more technically inclined than they are business inclined, and
that just tells you that they don't give a fuck right now.
Or they
like,
don't get it. They can build it, but it doesn't.
They get it. No,
they can't run it.
They must get it.
The last thing I worry about is they don't get it. I mean, look, you're trying to make a bunch of money from something and scale a bunch of money into it. You want the price to be down while you're doing it. You don't buy the top, you got to buy the bottom.
Very true.
So, tis what tis. Anyways, what else you guys got?
I'm looking at the price of a Dash Masternode just for fun.
A Dastronode?
Dastronode.
Grace goes, nope, from the back of the room.
She said you can't have one?
Yeah, she just told me now. Right.
Why?
Pretty sure it's a lot of money, though. Let's see here. You got to have 1,000 Dash.
Why don't you get a Zcoin Masternode?
Well, I'm just looking through a bunch of random ones and the return on investments that look decently realistic. And they have.
Yeah, Zcoin Masternode is 10 times less expensive than a Dash Masternode. And
check
almost
it out.
Exactly.
I'll search it.
And
Zcoin is it's a 31.42% return on investment right now.
Per year.
You need 1,000.
Yep.
And what's the price right now? Oh, come on. Anybody got it?
Oh,
by the way,
like $40, a little bit less than that.
Lots in chat said it costs $7 to $10 million to get listed on Binance.
Ooh.
$36. So $36,000.
Yep.
For Zcoin, whereas Dash is $400. So it's 11 times less expensive than Dash.
It's a good cash flow. Now the
Fuck
question,
yeah, Dash's all-time high is like $1,200 to $1,400, I believe. Yeah, 1,560. So 1,500, and Zcoin's all-time high is. So that would be a 4x almost, 3.5x, and then Zcoin's is 160-ish. So that'd be a 5 to get back to all-time high. Masternode is probably better than the Dash Masternode.
Let me sort these by return on investment.
How much was that? I think you got cut off.
You need 1,000 for both. 1,000 coins for both.
Oh man, all these coins at the top that have like a 40,000% return on investment. I just no.
Yeah, you could get a Pack Masternode, bro.
Oh, I could. Packtopia.
That fucking coin.
Have you guys sold? Have you guys sold any of your pack?
No. Give a fuck. Let it rot. Let it rot.
There's a coin called Gamble Coin, and its return on investment is 1,408 per year.
That's just what they say it is.
I know. Do you want to take a gamble?
Exactly. Like I think it's like the name is specifically picked to it's kind of like inside joke. It's a gamble coin.
I want to get down. I want to see like the hundreds and.
You should have gotten a VeChain Masternode, bro, when they were doing the strength nodes.
Yeah, tell me about it. That is one that I missed out on.
It's okay. It's okay.
But you can
stake your icon.
True.
Not yet, but down the road.
I was about to say. I was like, you can't do that yet, right?
No. I'm looking it up right now.
Waiting for the token swap to happen. And that's a pain in the ass. So
proof of stack incentive explained.
Anyways. You guys good?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Very good.
All right, guys. A little bit low key this week. We'll see you back next week. Be good, boys and girls. We love you. Say bye, Bart.
Green candles.
Say bye, Bart.
Bye, Bart.
Yes, so much.
Yakshiman is a greeting. Goodbye.
Yes.
Hey, have a fun time at work tomorrow, guys.
All right.
And he does it.
Hey, I have a job too. Stop.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, later on. Bye.
All right.